Alright, everybody, welcome to the next game I'll be playing through. We've got Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Now that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is finally done. Game took almost 70 hours to beat. We'll be starting up some new games. Sekiro will be one of them, and we'll see what happens from here. But should be a game that people will enjoy watching. People seem to enjoy watching Souls stuff and Souls-like games. I originally wanted to do this game like right after Dark Souls, but I got a PS5 unexpectedly, and I was doing Demon Souls, and then Dark Souls took a little bit to finish up, and then Cyberpunk, and especially Assassin's Creed Valhalla were super long, and it took me a while to get through Valhalla, but we're finally done with that. We'll be starting up Sekiro. I'll probably talk a little bit more once I actually get into the game, so that way I'm not sitting on the menu for like 5-10 minutes just blabbing about something I could talk about while I'm playing the game, but let's jump in. We got a new game, and we're just gonna jump right the hell in. Once the cutscene starts up, of course. Here we go.
時は戦国末期。火の元すべてを焼いた戦火は未だに勢い衰えず、山深いアシナの国にも燃え広がっていた。
戦が終わるのか。敵将田村討ち取ったり。
剣聖アシナ一心、国取りの決戦であった。
野良犬が心すらなくしたか。ああ、共に来るか、飢えた狼よ。
そして戦場で拾われた狼は修行の末熟達の忍びとなった。
忍びの掟は忘れまいな。親の次に大事なもの、お前の心に刻むがよい。あれが今日からお前の主だ。命を賭して守り、たとえ奪われるとも必ず取り戻すのだ。よいな、狼よ。
一心の国取りから24年。アシナの国は斜陽にあり、狼の忍びはすべてを失っていた。育ての義父も守るべき主も。
忍びよ、目覚めてください。あなたの主のために。
All right, so after not too long of a time, we do get to control the character and do stuff. It's kind of like Dark Souls, where you have a little bit of cutscene going on in the beginning of the game. A letter thrown into the well. Kuro's wolf, your destiny awaits you at the Moonview Tower. Escape from the well and find the tower bathed in moonlight. Even without a blade, you can reach it. Stay silent, stay vigilant. I would say that the story in this game's a little bit more upfront than, like, Dark Souls, just Souls games in general. I wouldn't say it's like it's not like crazy compared to other Souls games. There's not like a lot of cutscenes going on. There are cutscenes that show up every now and then, but that is kind of the same for Dark Souls and Souls-like games. I'm also playing with a PS5 controller on PC, so a lot of the prompts don't actually match up to what I need to do. So I get confused and I accidentally... It says like hit X, but X is definitely not the button I'm looking for when it comes to the PS5 controller. Because X is jump, but it really wants me to hit square. I don't know if I can change the prompts, but I'm sure I'll manage it just fine. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I won't manage it just fine.
特に稼などしておりませんが、構わぬのでしょうか。大事ない。刀もなく、気力すらない。奴はもうただのふぬけよ。
Alright, maybe I won't manage just fine. I'm surprised they didn't hear me breaking the fence back there. I don't know how they didn't hear that, but I am probably going to bumble around with the controls a little bit just because it tells me to hit X. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll hit X on the PS5 controller, but it's definitely not the button I'm supposed to hit, so that should be fun.
月見櫓が今宵も月に照らされておる。巫女様はまた月明かりで書をお読みかの。
そうじゃな。まだほんの子供というに、囚われとは気の毒なことじゃ。
ああ、銀一郎様も何かお考えがあるのだろうが。
Yeah, as I was saying, I think this game is a little bit more upfront with its story compared to Souls games. Souls games have like a lot of lore and stuff going into them. And I'm sure this game also does have lore, but there's like no gear to find in this game. There's no like weapons or armor to find, and a lot of the lore that is just kind of strewn about Souls games are kind of placed in items like that. And for this game, you don't really have that, so I feel like the story is a little bit more upfront. And of course, we're just going to continue to have cutscenes and random conversations with characters, so I'm not really going to be able to talk consistently unless I want to stand around, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of not sitting around on the menu and actually doing stuff, but I'm sure I'll get to the points I want to get to eventually. Probably. I mean, if I don't, it's not that big of a deal. Who cares? You guys are here to watch me suck ass and die at the game anyway, not talk about garbage.
よく来てくれた。久しいな、狼よ。
お迎えに参上いたしました。我が主。
表を上げよ。くさび丸、そなたの刀だ。我が忍びよ。主従の約定に従い、命を賭し、我に仕えよ。
御意。
Alright, we got our sword. A katana given by Kuro, the divine heir and heirloom of the Hirata family, a cadet branch descended from Ashina. Once thought lost, it has found its way back into the hands of the wolf. That name, beseeches a shinobi's role is to kill, but even a shinobi must not forget mercy, a mantra the blade itself may manifest. So I go from Assassin's Creed, which has hard-to-pronounce words for me, to Sekiro, which is also going to have hard-to-pronounce words for me, so I guess that's kind of similar. I feel like this game's going to be a little bit less pronunciation-heavy. Oh, what the fuck? That was... I walked into this corner and froze. I got scared for a second. Well, the game's going to have some harder-to-pronounce names, but I'm sure I'll manage. We get some medicinal pellets, which are kind of like the life gems from, I would say, Dark Souls 2. I don't think they really ever showed back up. I know Demon Souls had grass that kind of act like pellets, and I know Dark Souls 2 had like life gems that also kind of act like that, but we do get a secondary healing item in the form of pellets, which are just kind of like a slower regen, but they are pretty good.
狼よ、傷を負っておるようだな。そうだ、そなたにこれを託そう。薬水のひょうたんだ。これで傷を癒してくれ。
We got a healing gourd, which is pretty much the same as an Estus flask, or at least very similar. It has charges of healing.
さて、そなたの体、その後大事はないか？
その後とは。
あの世のこと、覚えておらぬのか？
はい。
いや、司祭は後にしよう。今はこのアシナの城を脱さねばならぬ。
御意。
堀沿いに進んだ橋の下に場外への抜け穴がある。一心様よりそう聞いたことがある。まずはその橋下の抜け穴を見つけてきてほしい。見つけたらそうだな。足の歯笛で合図をくれるか。ほら昔聞かせてくれたであろう。こうピーッとな。その音を頼りにそなたのもとへ行こう。
Alright, so we get our mission to do, which will bring us out of this area. I'm sure most people have played the game before and are probably familiar with it, if not much more familiar with it than I am at this point. I have played and I have beaten the game before, but that was also quite a while ago. I played and beat the game when it was kind of freshly released, I would say in the month or two after the game was initially released. I played a good bit of it. So I do have experience with it, and I have played it, but it's been like, what, probably, I don't know, 2 years since I last played the game, really, so...
堀に沿って進んだ橋の下に場外への抜け穴がある。このアシナの城を脱するため、橋下の抜け穴を見つけてきてほしい。見つけたら合図をくれ。アシの歯笛をそなたと私の不調としよう。
Alright, perfect. So I am familiar with the game, but it has been quite a while. And I am, like I said earlier, I am playing the PC version, which hopefully looks a little bit better, but more importantly runs better than... I don't know if there's like a patch that this game got on PS5. I know I had a PS4 Pro, and initially playing this game when it at least first launched, it was not the smoothest experience. It was a little bit framey, but it wasn't terrible. Though I do generally like at least some higher frame rates. But this game specifically, I would consider this probably the hardest From Software game, at least Demon Souls and onward, personally, for myself. I had pretty big issues trying to play through this game at first. I really just tried to play it like it was a Dark Souls game, and that really didn't work for me. Maybe other people are able to play the game like it's a Souls game, but I was not able to do it, and I had some pretty hard times trying to do it. Sometimes relentless attack is not enough to break an enemy's posture. Deflecting enemy attacks is another way to damage their posture. A master shinobi uses a combination of deflect and attacks to achieve swift victory. LB, the moment an attack lands, deflect. Well, I don't really have an Xbox controller, but you know what? So pretty much your timing needs to be good. Kind of acts as a parry. I'll probably call it parrying, even though the game calls it deflecting. I keep trying to sprint with L3, but it's crouched. By locking onto your target and keeping your enemy in front of you, you'll find it much easier to attack, deflect, and perform other combat actions. You got it. But for me personally, I would consider this the hardest From Software game that I've probably played. When I was first trying to play through it and learn it, it probably gave me as much trouble, if not more, than original Dark Souls when I was very first trying to learn how to play it forever ago. And I had some major issues getting through original Dark Souls like way back in the day. And this game gave me some pretty big issues too. Probably won't have the same issues that I used to have, at least when I was first learning the game, because I have kind of gotten a little more familiar with it. Even though I haven't really played it in years, I'm sure some of what I learned is probably still with me. At least I would hope. But the game generally just kind of has a little bit of a pattern to it. Once you get a feel for how the game plays, you're able to deflect and parry and all that stuff. But when I first tried to play it, I was just trying to dodge. There's no shield. I usually like kind of turtling up behind a shield in Souls games. When it came to Bloodborne, I felt like the parry was a little bit more forgiving. Because even though you don't really... I mean, there is a shield item in Bloodborne, but it's not really as useful as it is in other Souls games. A counter slash can be performed immediately after deflecting an attack. This allows you to deal posture damage without giving the enemy time to recover. LB the moment attack lands, deflect. RB after deflecting, counter slash. Okay, that was pretty good. Things are going pretty well so far, but some powerful opponents require multiple death blows to be killed. The number of death blows required to kill an enemy is shown by the red circular markers above their vitality bars. Each death blow removes one marker. Beautiful. Dang it. Oh, God. Oh, I'm surprised I actually got out of that. I also had a little bit of practice trying to set up my audio for this. I was coming through this area just kind of killing guys over and over again, trying to get a decent feel for the audio. At first, it was like way too loud. I don't know. This game was a little bit of a pain to try to tweak the audio to something that was like at least decent to start with. It's probably not going to be perfect, but it was a little bit of a struggle trying to get things set up, which wasn't really fun. I like the games where I just like kind of load it up, make like one audio change, and then the game sounds fine. And then other games like Sekiro are just like kind of pains in the butt. It's like the combat audio is way louder than other audio. Like the cutscene and combat audio is just way louder, and it doesn't really matter for cutscenes because I'm not usually talking during them anyway. But for combat, like combat and not being in combat, pretty different. Get a little eavesdrop lore. I'm sure there's like lore stuff in the game. It just feels like there might be less of it in this game than something like Dark Souls games. I'm sure there's a lot of different things, a lot of different cool things people have pieced together, as they usually do when it comes to like From Software games and just lore stuff in general. But I feel like it's a little bit less than Souls games. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh damn it. Oh come on, I lost all that health. Kind of forgot there was even fall damage in the game. This game's a little bit different in that a lot of the like maps, a lot of the areas are just kind of vertical. And you have pretty good mobility in this game, especially like vertical mobility. You couldn't really jump in other Souls games, Bloodborne or any of the Souls games, but in this game you have pretty good like vertical mobility and just mobility in general. I don't even know, do I really need to like I'm just gonna die if I do this. How the hell do I get back to... let me just go over here. I wish I hadn't fallen off. But now I gotta go, like, all the way back around or some shit. Maybe this way will lead me. Doesn't look like it. You know, I really wish I hadn't fallen off. Can I, like, jump any of... Oh, there we go. This is bringing me somewhere. Oh, here we go. We'll do some shimmy, shimmy Cocoa Puffs. We'll get over there eventually. There's like a big door over there, like right there, that we need to get to. So I can get my ass beat by like the first boss. Similar to other Souls games, you can beat this first boss, except you don't really beat him, but you do beat him. I was able to beat him one time on like New Game Plus. He seemed a little bit easier to beat on New Game Plus, because I usually get my ass like completely handed to me by this guy. And I expect this will be no different. Really doesn't matter too much if you die to him. I think you might get something extra. You get like a little bit of an extra cutscene if you beat him, but not too much changes.
よく見つけてくれた。さあ、参ろう。
御意。
血の定めから逃れることしかできぬとはな。
I was also pretty sure there was a way to get your health back, but I honestly can't remember. Like, I swear I was able to get my health back one time.
この城を出て、いずこへ参ろうか。まずはアシナの国を離れるか。あるいはどこかに身を隠すか。そなたはどう思う？
御意のままに。
御意か。そなたは変わらぬな。
は。
いや、懐かしいと思うてな。さあ、参ろう。
Maybe the way I got my health back was just, like, dying and then running back here. I don't remember. It's not that big of a deal anyway, because, like, even if I show back up with full health and maybe, like, one heal from the Gourd, I'm probably not beating Genichiro. Or whatever this donkey's name is. He's not very friendly.
Hisashii na, Miko yo. 叔父上の墓前以来か。
源一郎殿。私はすまぬ。
お任せを。
Leave this to me, kid. I definitely am not gonna get my ass beat. I totally got this. I'm not dying in 2 hits or anything. I'm not even gonna use my pellets because it's, like, pointless. I have no confidence in myself to even attempt this. I think I'm gonna save my pellets for later, you know, when I actually think I have a chance of living, instead of being like, I don't know, 20% health against Genichiro. Oh god. Oh, come on, Genichiro. Why would you do this to me, brother? He has like some of the like red attacks as well. Oh god. I don't have to get used to those again. He also has some of his movesets from later boss fights, which is kind of neat. And I don't know why I'm even trying to dodge, because it really does not work very well. You have, like, little to no iframes on the dodge, I feel like, especially compared to Souls games. So you really just need to be kind of aggressive with your attacks and your deflections, as opposed to trying to dodge a bunch. Unless you know you can, like, get out of the way. But also, since I've been playing a good bit of Souls games...
Mikoはもらっていくぞ。
Because I've been playing some Souls games recently, Demon Souls and Dark Souls, I'm probably going to be crutching on my dodge a little bit more, even though it doesn't really work as well in this game as it would those two games. At least not for me. Maybe other people are able to make it work well. I'm not really able to make good use of the dodge in this game. So that's definitely going to be a habit that has to be broken. Probably the earlier the better. The earlier that gets broken, the better. The dodge is still very useful. I just think it's a little bit harder to pull off compared to Souls games. You just get such nice iframes on rolls in Souls games. What is all this shit? What the fuck? Shinobi Prosthetic. The artificial arm of a shinobi passed down by the sculptor. A replica of a human arm fitted with a variety of mechanisms, apparently designed with modification in mind. While it bears a number of cuts and is stained thick with blood and oil, it has been impeccably maintained. What is all this shit? Touch Remnant? I don't remember any of this shit being in the game when I played. Are these just like how people died? What is this shit? Remnant 2? I have no clue what the... I don't remember any of this stuff at all. This stuff looks new to me. If I view this Remnant, am I gonna die? Let's see if I die. Maybe it's just like a blood stain. No, this person's just like running to the back and getting this item. Litecoin purse. So we get some money. Get a little bit of shmoney. Maybe it's not quite like blood stains. Maybe it's just kind of helpful stuff potentially. Let's view this Remnant. What's this bad boy do? Okay. Okay, that went absolutely nowhere. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, hey, here we go. We got a nice tutorial. Shinobi can leave behind shadows of their past actions known as remnants. Remnants are left to discipline one's peers. Some are masters of the way ahead. Others provoke sporting rivalries. Open remnant menu. A network connection is required to leave remnants. I don't remember this existing in the game at all when I played. So I would have to imagine some sort of like... I don't think I forgot about this at all. I know you can, like, make yourself flat on this door. It's like a shortcut. Pretty sure you have to have got... Yeah, it's sealed from the other side. So we'll probably be getting... I'm pretty sure this is way later on in the game. We'll figure out how to use that. Maybe not way later on, but definitely probably, like, mid-game. That's kind of cool. You have, like, remnants now. I know this game didn't really have much of an online component to it, if at all. Some more pellets there. I know there weren't any invasions when the game was new. Maybe there's invasions now, which would kind of not be the fucking best for me, because I always get destroyed when it comes to invasions, at least more often than not. I'm not exactly sure what they've changed. I guess I'll figure it out, but they at least have remnants, which are kind of like blood stains, but not really. You don't have to die to actually leave one, apparently. We got our inventory menu. Beautiful. Yep. Some good stuff. More remnants in here. This little statue will bring us to a new area not too long from now. It won't take too long to get to that area. I usually try to juggle, I don't know what to really call it. I guess this extra area and, like, out here. I usually try to juggle them together just to try to, you know, I don't know, pack on some power. Because I know there's a boss at the end of the statue area that can kind of beat my ass, so we'll see what happens there.
名は何という。その目、さしずめ、忍に敗れた狼といったところか。言えぬ。それが忍びじゃな。わしは仏を掘らなきゃなら。お前さんはお前さんで好きにしな。何故俺はここにいる。ただ拾ったのよ。屍かどうかもわからぬものを野良犬に食わせてやることもあるまい。どれほど俺は眠っていた。お前さんを拾ってからずいぶん経つぞ。そうか。じゃが主の主はまだ生きておるぞ。アシナの城で囚われとなっている。だがすぐにもその血を利用されちまうだろう。お前さんを見ればその価値は十分にあろうというものじゃ。この左腕、俺に何をした。そいつは忍び義手。石腕の狼にはおあつらえ向きの牙じゃろうて。仏を掘るには無用でな。お前さんにくれてやる。忍び義手。そいつはただ失った腕を補うもんじゃない。任具を見つけたらわしのところに持ってくるがいい。任具だと。そうか。このからくり。察しがいいな。任具を持ってきたら忍び義手に仕込んでやる。そうすりゃその義手のありがたみがわかるじゃろうさ。喋りすぎたな。いい気な。
The prosthetic is actually pretty cool. You can pretty much like slot different tools into it, which let you do different things. I know there's some like stars you can kind of shoot out of it. There's like, I think there's like a spear kind of, I don't know. There's like a bunch of different tools that fit into it. I don't remember a lot of them. I remember the like throwing star one. I think that's kind of an early one you get. But some tools are better against certain enemies and certain bosses than others. You probably will not see a perfect application of it from me, but we'll see what I can do with it.
巫女様の血が利用されるとはどういうことだ。わしも詳しいことなど知らん。ただ流院、そう呼ばれる特別な血があるという。主の主はそれを持っておる。それゆえ巫女様は付け狙われる。お前さんの体が妙なことになっておるのもそのせいかもしれぬな。お前さんもそうじゃが、この荒れ寺にはおかしな客がまあまあ訪れる。寺を出て右手の広場にもそうした者が一人おる。妙なことになっておる者同士、気が合うかもしれんな。
Alright, you got it. So we've exhausted that guy's dialogue. He gives us some information on how we got there, how our master is still alive, and just some other stuff, I guess. There's also this guy back here. You can train with him, which is kind of neat. It's like a little tutorial, pretty much. I'll probably do stuff with him just to try to get like a little bit of a refresher with things. It's nothing too crazy, but just kind of basic tutorials here.
見ぬ顔だな。そこもと、名は。名乗られぬか。だが、腕ある忍びとお見受けした。忍びの技ならば、 あるいはそこもとよ、ぜひそれがしと立ち会ってもらおう。
Alright, you got it. It's gonna be a quick... It's a quick one. That was definitely a quick one. I couldn't even finish the sentence before he was dead. Well, thankfully for us, he doesn't really die.
やはり死なぬわな。そこもとの立ち筋、見事なものであった。それがしをかように従前に殺した者、そうはおらぬ。
お主は何だ？
死なず、あるいは虫つきと呼ぶ者もおるな。死ねぬのでただここにおるのだ。そこもとはこのような荒れ寺で何よ。随分と眉間にシワが寄っておる。そこもとよ、それがしを使い刀の修練をせぬか、お主の使命を果たすために。死ねぬ体ゆえ幾度でも切られてやれるぞ。どうじゃ。
承知した。
よし、ではやろう。刀を振らば気も紛れるというもの。
Alright, so he's got some pretty decent tutorials. I think more stuff opens up. More stuff opens up as you defeat him. A shinobi aims to break an opponent's posture. I'm pretty sure we kind of read this. Perform 3 death blows after breaking an enemy's posture. So he'll just kind of let you wail on him for this one, and then bam. Kind of teaches you the very basics of the game, which are good to learn and refresh on, because it's been a while since I played, so I would like the refreshers, you know?
お見事。しからば参る。
What, I picked Deflect Training? Yep. So we'll do some Deflect Training, bam. You can also beat him up a little bit while you try to deflect as well. I don't think it has to be purely, like, deflect damage, but you can chip away at him a little bit. Kind of force him to attack you back. Doesn't really seem like he wants to attack back when I'm, like, super aggressive. He just kind of gets, like, juggled a little bit. He probably takes, like, next to no actual damage from other stuff. It's probably just all, like, deflect damage right there, because it's the deflect damage tutorial, so. Maybe you don't want to slap him. Maybe you just want to deflect him the whole time. Step dodge allows one to avoid attacks. Dodging won't compromise enemy posture, but may help one avoid damage. Evade enemy attacks, then attack and perform 3 death blows. Oh, I just, like, backstabbed him. Okay. I don't even know. Does that count? I guess that counts. A satisfying match, of course.
そこもととの修練だが、そろそろより誠の戦いに即したものも試してはどうか。
Yeah, we need a real fight.
それがしも殺す気でかかろう。そこもとの修練としても、その方が好ましかろう。どうした？
なぜそこまで？
半分は退屈しのぎ、もう半分はそうじゃな。そこもとの眉間のシワを取ってやりたいのよ。さあ、良いからやるぞ。
Ooh, free combat. Alright, nothing new really pops up, I guess. We got free combat, though. That popped up. Free combat fundamentals.
では、行くぞ。
承知。
Let's build those fundamentals, baby. Practice what you've learned so far. You got it. I guess I have to kill him another 3 times as usual. He'll just let me bully him in the corner, I guess. Oh, is he done? Oh shit, I was kind of an asshole for that. I was just beating his ass. It was that 2 or 3?
そこもとよ。この社には行き場を失った者が集うようだ。
It's pretty rude of me.
俺、現にそれがしもここにおる。だからかの。そこの賽銭箱にも時折何やら流れ着くのよ。
Alright,
ま
well.
た来るがいい。そこもとの技の試し、いくらでも受けようぞ。
We'll probably come back to this guy, mess around with him a little bit in the future. I have no clue what this offering box is. I've never seen anything in it. I have no... Items that become unavailable elsewhere end up in the offering box. When the box is illuminated, it means an item has found its way inside. Items can be obtained by inspecting the box and offering money. I've never found an item in this box. I have no clue what shows up in this box because I've never seen an item. Maybe if there's like some plot critical item that you can leave behind and you just leave, then I guess it just shows up in the box. I have no clue. I've never seen anything in the fucking box, so... That guy also does have a quest line that can be finished up as far as I know. Kind of like how Dark Souls has other NPCs with side quests. That guy also has at least some sort of side quest. I don't know what the rewards are or if there are any rewards, but you can resolve some like side quest storylines out in the world. Sculptors Idols serve as a checkpoint and can be found throughout Ashina. Resting at a Sculptor's Idol will completely replenish vitality and restore 1 use of Resurrection. Additionally, quick items and spirit emblems in storage will be added to your current inventory. With some exceptions, resting will also revive defeated enemies, so... Essentially a bonfire, something most of us are probably very familiar with at this point. And I think we're just kind of, in general, done here, so... We can move on out into the world and get things going for realsies. The Shinobi Prosthetic's Grappling Hook allows access to normally unreachable places and a chance to take the high ground. Nearby grapple points are designated with a circular symbol. When this symbol turns green, the grapple point is within reach. Left trigger Grappling Hook. Alright, so... We got a nice bridge that's definitely not going to be able to be crossed. I don't even think you can, like, climb down it a la Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls 2 had a nice, like, bridge you could climb down. That guy just jumps off. I'm pretty sure that's just death, so I'm not even going to deal with that. Now we get a nice grappling hook, which increases our mobility, which is fantastic. Are these guys just like... What are these guys even doing? People just make remnants of them doing, like, what the fuck ever. They're like, I'm going to swing my sword 1 time, and then they make a remnant. Okay, that was very helpful. These remnants are very helpful so far. Also, about the game, there are quite a few endings. I'm not sure how many there are, but I know there's a decent handful of them. I'm not sure which ending I'll try to go for. I know there's an ending that roughly ends the game about, like, it's kind of an early ending. I would say, like, kind of midway through the game you can choose to end it. I probably won't be going for that ending. I know there's a couple longer endings as well, so I'll probably try to go for... Oh, shit. Probably try to go for some of the longer ones. See how that goes. I don't remember exactly which ending I've seen. I've only seen, like, 1 ending. I've only beaten the game, like, 1 time. But I'll probably try to go for one of the more elaborate endings. You can now instantly travel between Sculptors Idols that have already been communed with. Travel can be accessed via the Sculptors Idol travel menu, so we can fast travel back to the Dilapidated Temple. I guess a bunch of important stuff will show up here. I'm not sure exactly what has changed since I last played. It seems like they've updated the game to some amount since I haven't been playing in the past, like, who knows, like 2 years. The last time I played the game was about when it released. Come on, you don't see me here. The enemies in this area, for the most part, aren't too difficult. They're just kind of regular, like, shitty guys. I think there's a couple wolves around here. Enemies drop loot such as items and money, some shmoney. Multiple enemies can be looted at once and from some distance away. Items found in the world are different than loot, in that they must be approached to be picked up. Press and hold X, acquire loot. Press X near world items, pick up item. You pretty much suck up loot as you see fit. They usually just drop money, which is kind of important probably, but not like the most important thing, if I had to guess. That sucked. Money's definitely useful, but it's probably not like a crazy thing to pick up and have. Maybe I'll change my tune a little bit when I figure out that there's something good to spend money on, but I don't really remember spending money a whole ton. But who knows? Maybe they added some stuff. Maybe there's some stuff I don't know about. Piece of pottery that breaks with a satisfying crack when thrown. This pretty much distracts enemies. Probably won't be using a whole lot of those because I don't know. I'm just reckless. I'm just kind of reckless. I know you can, like, cancel out of that, like, weird stagger, but for some reason I can, like, never do it. Thought it was just, like, a dodge would cancel you out of it. I know something has to cancel you out of it. You get stuck in that stagger for, like, super long if you don't do anything about it, which kind of sucks, but